Hello, so continuing again, so we have moon in the fifth house today that we're talking about. So I'm just going to go through all the sort of indications of the moon and then fifth house and what they bring in together. So we know that moon is mother, home, family, your emotions, happiness, how secure you feel, how stable you feel, your feelings, your mental health and mental stability as well. So it's how you connect and receive your memories, your comforts, your capacity to be happy and receive and surrender. And then we have these little things. So like moon also, we kind of, from age 24, we get better at using our mind, because before that, obviously, moon hasn't matured, so we can just jump into situations, but things get better. And so fifth house is also obviously a trinal house and resonates with the natural fifth house of the zodiac, which is Leo. And so fifth house is obviously an enormously creative house, is fixed by nature, ruled by the sun. So naturally, then what happens is bring sun and moon together. So it's like a family, and they create children. And there is straight away in the natural zodiac, it'll be like fourth house ruler in the fifth house. So it creates a Raja Yoga. So it's a really good kind of. Even if in your chart, you're not Aries ascendant, and still the feeling behind it, there is those kind of things going on. So fifth house, obviously, natural zodiac is also fixed. It's a royal sign, so we do feel a little bit like we shine there, So anyway, so this is like. In this sort of natural zodiac as well, this is like your fruit of your family, if you like. So children are fruit of your family. And we have, and fourth house is obviously, so that you can see that because fourth house, second from it is fifth house. So it's like the resources of your family, which is like your children, the wealth of your family. And it's a really good placement. And so this is like, moon is obviously masses, so it's like wanting to have the stage because Leo is naturally the stage, is the palace, is the throne, so hey, look at me. It's a really nice nice placement. Cancer is very like subdued and private. Leo gets noticed, even if they're not tada have arrived, they are very much, it's a very, it is where you shine. Wherever sun is, you shine there. Wherever Leo is, you want to sort of like have an element of control there as well. And obviously this is also three houses from three houses, so it's extremely creative, extremely artistic. So even if you're artistic, having a placement like this in the fifth house is just like makes it that higher octave of third house. Very good, very nice, And so it is like I'm the center of stage. Like creative, artistic, expressive. It's also, this is the house that rules entertainment, media, film, sports, politics, theatre. Just trying to think what else. Investments, children, romance, dating, gaming, fun. It's a fun house. So they want to express and bring people together emotionally. So bring all the family together and connect. And you see at their gatherings, everybody is there, grandma, granddads, all of that. So all eating together, all sharing memories with your friends. They have lots of parties and they want to shine. They want to. It is a really nice placement, and obviously it's. Imagine if your child has this. Wow, you want to sort of encourage them to, you know, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the whole Hollywood and, you know, putting children on stage. I just think that people in those industries can, no, but within the family is quite nice, you know, because these could be the children that are just like, they exactly know what they want to dress like. They know like how to do their hair, or how, you know, they can play instruments. Encourage them to play instruments and sing or do creative ventures like amateur dramatics, things like that, or writing, even if it's connected to a house ruled by Mercury, you know, because obviously we're talking about a moon that's not actually, has got no aspects or conjunctions that changes it. But if it's in a Mercury sign, then it could be that they are great writers, screenwriters, things like that. You know, it's a very playful, you know, these people just know how to enjoy and be fun, for sure. So, and it's also has, you know, fifth house is education, and learning as well. So, you know, and it's also a little bit to do with like heritage and lineage, particularly the first part where you have Ketu's nakshatra Magha there. They really are into this ancestral thing. I mean, look at Donald Trump is a perfect example of this. It's not the fifth house, but it's his ascendant is in Leo, but it's in Magha at, you know, that's 6 degrees. That is like, I think it's his Mars is in, you know, because it's Yoga Karaka planet. I can't remember now, but anyway, so he is all about his heritage. You know, his kiddies are important to him. Grandchildren will be important to him. You know, that's that mentality. So it's lovely, and so they like to adore their family, their children, but they also like to be adored as well, because their intention will always be to do with family, and they really are very much attached to them. Obviously, anything to do with Sun and Leo, or fifth house will have that ego as well. So naturally, you know, they could sometimes be brought down a peg or two just to make them realize, hello, everybody else here has an opinion as well. But generally speaking, it's a really sweet thing, definitely. So artistic. They obviously, because of that, you know, they have this ability to just be joyous and joyful and bring joy to the others as well. So this is also, I always think of Cancer, or, you know, being like the emotional heart, and Leo being their physical heart. So for me, this is massively connected to your heart chakra. Just so want to be loved and love others, and it's really is a very gracious, to me it's just so gracious, and so it is a beautiful one. It's very, very fun, and gosh, I might sneeze. Anyway, so they do love their family, and they are if it's good placement, sorry about that. So anyway, so they can be quite sort of like sporty. They can take their family to sporty events and make everything into like a joyous kind of event, really. So that's quite cute. It's obviously all to do with stock market and investments as well. I would never tell anybody to do this unless you have to have a lot of things checked in. But I just want you to know that Sun rules gold, and so Leo is a palace. So I'm just saying, so if you did want to ever do anything like that, or you wanted the family to buy you something in order to keep it for your child when he's born, it's a really good investment to have gold, I think, because it's like represents I think Jupiter as well, you know, because but yeah, generally speaking, yeah, it's the color of the sun. And from there, obviously, what will happen is the actual placement, sorry about that, the placement will be aspecting your 11th house. So 11th house is so the moon, it just means that you are kind of like highly respected amongst your groups of friends. So if the moon is in good condition, that will have an impact on your gains, mother's gains too, also. So it's representative of your mum as well. So the other thing that is kind of worthwhile known as well is that if you read your chart from the moon, so your 11th house becomes your 7th house. So normally if there's any kind of connection between your 11th and 7th house, it just means that kind of, particularly in good condition, you could have really good marriage. Because 11th house is naturally gains of anything. And so it could be gain of a spouse, and the spouse can actually also activate your sort of like wealth as well. So your groups of friends and gains and things like that as well. So that's pretty good too. The other thing is also 5th house is also government as well. So this will then naturally be, if you think from there, if we say it was Leo, then 6 houses from there. So actually, let's do the fourth houses from there is going to be 8th house. So the happiness from the children can create some losses, so you might, or because of your children, you might get some inheritance. That could happen. And then 6 houses from there, from Leo, will be Capricorn. So service will help your career. Doing service, so doing governmental jobs can bring you that. Could also bring you obstacles as well, because then it's 8 houses, then back to Leo. So you could have enemies within the governmental thing as well, because the 6th house is governments and 8th house is secret 8 houses away from it. So it will be like, some enemies, some losses through those as well. So it's they could also be really great speakers, because it's 3rd houses from 3rd. So amazing way of actually connecting with people, emotionally connect with them, and put your speech, just touch them with your words, and it'd be quite softly spoken too, but nice, so people can actually think, oh yeah, I just really like that speech, that's really nice. And what else can we say? So from there, I think, is it like 2nd house becomes 10 houses from the 5th. So you can see the career of your children as well. And you can see that they're going to get quite good resources. So 10 houses from 5th house will be your 2nd house. So that career will bring in quite good resources too. So it activates. So this basically activates, like, the angles from it activate mainly money, because 8th house can be money, can be sudden gains, can be inheritance. 7th house from the moon will be your 11th house, and also 10th houses from the moon will be your 2nd house. So it is kind of wealth giving as well, but it won't like everything else in astrology, there's always a catch. So it doesn't mean that it's always going to be good. So but anyway, in terms of everything else, it's really nice because it's a Raja Yoga. So I do apologize for my sneeze earlier. So have a good day. I'll see you next time. Thank you.